Hey everybody, it's Megaminx here, and in this video we have some tips for cubing on the go. Let's get started. Tip number 1. Always make sure you have a bag to put your cubes in. Most cubers use drawstring bags like this, but if you're bringing lube to lube your cubes on the plane, this is a bad idea because your lube may get squished and spill. That's why you should use a bag like the Chi bag, because it's really convenient and has spots to put your lube and stuff right here, and you can even put it in there. And you can also put your lube in the timer pocket if you don't. You could bring your timer and put the lube in here and it still won't get smashed, depending on how big the cubes you're bringing are. Or if you're bringing big cubes, like 7x7 or 6x6, put them in this pocket because of the cube strap, and then this will be for your 4x4s, 3x3s, Megaminxes, and all of that. So this is for your big cubes and this is for your small cubes. On to the next tip. Tip number 2, don't bring more cubes than your bag can hold or that you can carry, or don't bring more than 10 cubes. I'm going to be bringing all these cubes here, and you might be thinking, Megaminx, why are you bringing all of these cubes? Well, because I want to get better at Scube. I'll get better with all of these, and plus, this is just a fun puzzle that I just want to mess with. And I may even bring my magic snake, as you can see in the back. So don't bring more than 10 cubes or more than your bag can hold, otherwise you'll just be carrying excess weight that you're not even going to use. Next tip. Tip number 3. If you go into a competition, only bring the cubes that you're competing with, otherwise you'll just be carrying excess weight, and no one likes excess weight because it weighs down your cubes, and there's more weight for you to bring on the plane and such, and that could be bad. So only bring cubes that you're competing with, or if you want to sell some old cubes, like if I wanted to sell this, which I would not because it has my logos on it. I like logos. Put them into drawstring bags so that you know which cubes you're selling. Or if you're already competing in a competition, bring a bag full of events and a bag full of cubes to sell so you know which is what, because it's better bag than not so good bag. Next tip. Tip number 4. If you are bringing lube, make sure it's in a safe place in your bag, like the timer pocket, so that doesn't splash and get your cubes all wet if it breaks. So make sure it's in a safe place, or you can just put it in a Ziploc bag and throw it up here in a little pouch in your drawstring bag or something. So make sure you have a safe place for your lube if you're bringing lube in your bag. Tip number 5. Don't bring cubes you know you're not going to use, like a Rubiks cube. I mean, if you're going to use a Rubiks cube for competition, I'm sorry for you, because there's way better cubes on the market I've seen up here. These are all bought from the Cubicle US, except for this. This is the only thing that's not bought from the Cubicle US. It's a Rubiks brand. Do not use this in competition. It's just excess weight unless you want to sell it or something, or yeah. So do not bring cubes that you know you're not going to use, like a Rubik's cube. Tip number 6. Don't bring cubes that you are not good at. As you can see, this Megaminx is scrambled, and I'm not good at Megaminx at all, so what's the point for me in bringing a Megaminx? Unless it's brand new and you need to break it in, that's the only time it's okay for you to bring a Megaminx, or a cube that you're not good at. Next tip. Tip number 7. Bring new cubes. Why? So that you can break them in and get them all set up for practicing for competition, or just to practice in general, just to get better at them, so that you can practice for competition. I just got this cube in the mail a few days ago, and I still need to break it in, so that's what I'm going to do when I'm traveling, is I'm going to bring this and some more to break them in and get them ready for practicing for competition and competition in general. Tip number 3. Boxes. If you want to bring boxes in case your cube pops, you should only bring boxes for cubes that you know will pop and you want to fix them. Or you have a cube that pops that's your main, and you want to bring a box just to hold the pieces, that's fine. But don't bring many cubes with boxes, otherwise it'll just take up extra space. And you could put the cube that pops in the box for storage so that you can put more cubes in your bag. Next tip. Tip number 9. Don't bring cubes like this, like a 1x3x3 floppy cube, or don't bring cubes that are not competition legal. I mean, you could bring cubes that aren't in competition events or competition legal, like the spade cube back there. It's just practice if you're using a non-competition 3x3, like the spade cube or the Chi dimension. But don't bring non-WCA events, because that's just taking up space. Unless you just want to mess with it and have fun with it. But don't bring cubes like this. unless you want to take up space in your little pouch over here, like that. So I mean, you could bring cuboids and like cubes like this, only if you want to put them in here like this, because you're gonna have phone and headphones and stuff in there and such. So don't bring cubes like this unless you want to take up the space in your bag, or don't bring cubes like this unless you just want to mess with them. Finally, tip number 10. Only bring cubes that you know will fit in your bag or that you will use. I may have covered this over before, but this is a completely different tip. Like, don't bring 8x8s in here, because they're not competition events, and they'll just take up a bunch of space. And if you want, you can bring the gigantic 17x17 box, but that's probably the only cube you're going to want to bring. So only bring cubes that will fit in your bag, so you can bring a lot of them. Or if you just want to bring like a few, throw them in a drawstring bag. So only bring cubes that you know you're going to use, or don't bring cubes that are above 7x7 or that are in competition events. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope these tips help you for when you're cubing on the go. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. I just want to let you know this, but there will be 2 videos posted today. This one and then another one that'll be coming shortly.